welcome to your 6 o'clock showing. This Clear Cut with Shannon and KJ. It's been, that last week has been a week.
Been very busy in many ways.
Yeah. But we're going to try to get to everything we want to talk about tonight. But we want to shift our gears back to our story from last week. One of the more important stories from our Triangle area is the Raleigh mass shooter. So I'm going to let Shannon take it over and give us a little update on that.
So the 15-year-old who actually committed the mass shooting, he's still in critical condition, but last week showed signs of improvement. There's not much information still, as the suspect is a minor, so they can't release but so much. But it's still an ongoing criminal investigation.
Yeah.
For sure. And the Thompson family released a statement. They said, "We're overcome with grief for the innocent lives lost, and we pray for everyone who was traumatized by these senseless acts of violence. We have so many unanswered questions," the family said. "There were never any indications or warning signs that Austin was capable of doing anything like this."
Yeah. I think we kind of touched on it a little bit last week.
We did. Yeah.
I think this is obviously a terrible situation for them. Not only the victims, but them as well.
Well,
as the
them as a
parents.
family, I can't imagine going and seeing that it was my son.
Yeah, it's crazy.
To
It's
do
crazy.
something like that. But I definitely have a whole lot of respect for them being able to come forward and speak on it, because a lot would be ready to hide and not say anything at all for fear of making something worse. Or
I think holding him accountable.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think holding him accountable is
It speaks to them.
Yeah,
because you can tell in a statement like this, they definitely didn't raise him to be.
That's right. Yeah.
That way.
Of course. Yeah. Also, something that happened today. Unfortunately, I don't know how many people out there watched Will and Grace. I didn't really catch too much of it, but
I love that show.
but one of their stars out there, Leslie Jordan, he was 67 years old. He died in a car crash today,
An
unfortunately.
absolutely hilarious comedian.
I know him more from like TikTok and Instagram. His little skits, if you want to call them. But he was pretty funny. He's a cool guy.
Funny.
Yeah,
So funny.
Seems like a really nice and genuine guy.
One that you just want to be best friends with.
Yeah,
Good.
But unfortunately, he did pass away today. A car crash. But we want to send condolences to his family and all his friends.
His pages are just full of people
with love,
saying, thank you for being such a light on our timelines, on our TVs for ever how many years that he's done it. Because he really was.
Yeah, it's really nice, especially, in the last couple of years. It's really nice to be able to go up there and see somebody, smiling, lively, and joyous. So.
And he was.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be missed, for sure. So let's shift gears. Let's move into our hot topics from last week. Let's cover a couple of things we have here. Carowinds, if you are Carowin lovers out there, the fun park, they will be operating year-round starting next year, 2023. You don't look like a Carowinds fan.
I don't know. I've never been.
I mean,
I've been to
I haven't been either.
Kingston.
I've been to Kingston and Busch Gardens, all the normal places. Yeah, the regular
we don't
ones.
have a Carowinds very close to us, though.
I think the closest one is Charlotte, maybe.
Oh, so it's close.
Don't quote me. Don't quote me. Once again, we haven't been, so we don't really know. But the announcement follows both amusement parks like Six Flags and Busch Gardens, who announced in 2021 that they would operate on a year-round schedule moving forward. And back in August, Carowinds announced that they would be shutting down 4 of their long-term rides: the Yo-Yo, the Dodgem, Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare, and the Southern Star, which I believe the Southern Star has been the longest one, or maybe it's the Yo-Yo, whichever, for 1977.
Well, I wonder how this will impact how the rides operate. Them being cold in the wintertime?
Yeah, I know, right?
No. And then that wind, too? Not me as a passenger.
It's going to be pretty interesting, especially those roller coasters that go really quick. Now, I don't know what kind of rides they got at Carowinds, but I assume...
I think they've got roller coasters.
I assume roller coasters, but I don't know. My cousin goes, and she always mentions something about the water park. So maybe it's more of a, I don't know. I'm not quite sure.
I don't know.
But in addition to operating year-round, they did announce that they will launch a new aviation-themed area called Aeronautica in the spring. So that should be interesting for people out there who love planes and flying and all that good stuff.
No.
But if you, they have already started selling tickets for their winter season. So if you want to get your tickets for the winter season, you can go on Carowinds.com to purchase your tickets.
Okay.
Let's move on to some business news. We always love when companies are bringing jobs to Wilson, Rocky Mount, Nashville area.
This will bring a lot too.
Yeah. FedEx is having a new distribution center. Actually, FedEx Ground are having a new distribution center being built in Wilson. It'll be a 259,000 square foot building at the campus, as you can see, is at 587 Corporate Park is what it's going to be located. The center will bring 200 jobs to the area, which any jobs is a lot. But they will employ both full and part-time employees, and they will have contract for package pickup and delivery services with service provider that hire local. Emphasis on the local drivers, helpers, managers, and other positions, which is really, really cool. And they're also in a really good location. They have easy access to major highways, and they're close to some other distribution centers.
Right.
So that should be pretty cool. The park is operated by Wilson County Properties, and FedEx expects the center to be operational in 2023.
What is there? Nothing else is expected to be there with that, is there?
I don't think so.
So it'll just be the campus.
Yeah.
Of FedEx.
Hopefully so. And so, with that all being said, if you are looking for a job, you can go down to 587 Campus, Corporate Park, and get you a job with FedEx, because they're coming soon.
Just call them.
Just call them.
Hey,
I don't have the number, but
I would like
you look them up and you can find
to
them.
have a job.
Yeah, exactly. Give me a job. We are struggling. The market is down. We are struggling.
Idiot. But oh my goodness, not this again.
Anyway, moving on, we've kind of had a continuous theme with the whole United Kingdom situation going on, but here's some more entertainment news as it relates to the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
The Crown, which is a popular Netflix show that I happen to love. It's very interesting. It shows you some of the insight, obviously with a dramatic spin on it, but some of the insights.
I don't know how much more dramatic can you get than their real life. Come on.
Some of the more significant moments from the reign of Queen Elizabeth II for her 70 years, and there was a lot of significant moments.
And I'd be interested to see that. I don't have Netflix.
Well, it's pretty cool. It's a popular Netflix series, and it's going to be season 5 of The Crown, which will be available on Netflix on November 9th. So if you don't have Netflix, get it before November 9th. and you can watch season 5, season 4, season 3, season 2, and the initial season.
This guy.
And there it is. So this is.
Oh wow, that actually does look a lot like her, doesn't it?
Well. So I, as a person who has watched The Crown, I feel like the first 2 seasons, which is her younger self, like in her 20s, that's the one that looks the most like her. And really, Prince Philip, her husband, the guy who played
It
him.
seems like I did see that.
Yeah,
and
the guy who plays
really well.
him was cast really well as well. I think really the first 2 seasons, their whole family pretty much was cast pretty well.
Yeah.
And then the 3rd and 4th season, which is more of a focus on Princess Diana and now King George's.
As it should be.
Well, now King George's relationship, as it was more focused on that. The two
That
of
would
those
be-
actors
That
were really.
now I can see where that's interesting because who was that did Diana's part?
I'm not sure.
It wasn't Kristen Stewart.
Oh. Well, that was so Kristen Stewart did play Diana, but that was in
But
the
in a
movie.
different.
That was in the
Okay.
movie
That's what
of
I was
Diana.
thinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and she did.
She
She did
looked
really well.
just like her.
She did really well. She did
I
really
was
well.
when they
That was
first
more-
cast her in that. I was like,
Yeah.
nah, that's not gonna happen.
Diana, the movie
It
was
worked.
more focused on like her eating situation that she had going on.
And because she did, I saw an interview not too long ago because Facebook. I don't know if you've noticed it, but Facebook has blown up and Instagram with Diana interviews everywhere.
Oh well, yeah, of course. With King Charles becoming king, of course, that's gonna happen, and
and good enough for him,
anybody, everybody's going back to it, wants to, take a second look,
Yeah.
be criminal investigators again. But, I think once again, it's a terrible situation, but who knows,
Yeah.
who knows.
You
But,
never do.
yeah, we do. we do. But but no, it's pretty cool. You know, the series in overall follows the life of Queen Elizabeth II from her wedding to Prince Philip into the 21st century.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool to see the development,
progression.
Yeah, exactly. Progression over the seasons. The Queen did get to see 4 seasons before she died. She is on camera saying that she does watch it, or she did watch it.
4 seasons.
Prince Philip did not watch it. He wasn't feeling it.
Oh,
Okay.
well, I wonder why.
He wasn't.
I wonder why.
He wasn't a fan.
Did it
I
paint
feel
him?
like-
I haven't seen it.
Well,
Did
no,
it paint
it just
him in a-
paints him as a strong patriotic figure.
Oh.
Really. Yeah. I mean, because he's always been, and there's not too much. He's always been seen as the backburn or the back
Yeah.
half of Queen Elizabeth. And
Yeah.
so he's always supported his wife. Well, in the first couple of seasons, it does show more of his womanizing side. So that's that.
How do
but,
you be a womanizer and be married to a queen?
well, don't worry, he didn't do that long. Queen Elizabeth got him in shape, and he was back on track. Okay, but obviously the series has been praised by critics, myself included. But no, but for me, the first season was really pure. Like I noted, it was really, I think a lot of series when they start off, it's like, okay, this is good.
Right.
This is good. As they
Right.
progress, some of them lose
I
touch.
think a lot of them just lose information. Like they can't
yeah.
pack it with enough drama that's actually accurate. So then they start packing it with drama that's not accurate.
And that's one of the
Example,
situations you get.
Riverdale, even though that was not based on anything true
Right,
whatsoever, it didn't follow those comic books at all. It was really bad.
Yeah.
It's really bad as
Well-
far as like following what the comic books said leading up to.
I didn't even
this
know
point.
that Riverdale was based on a comic book.
It was Archie Comics.
Huh. Well, obviously, like I said, the series has been praised, but obviously it has also been, what's the word I'm looking
Friesen?
for? Yeah, it has been, critics has not liked it also because it has a lot of historical inaccuracies in there, but that comes from the drama being added and all that good stuff. But it's a good show.
I would consider watching it.
It's a good show. I would consider watching it for seriously. I would consider watching it, but also
It's relevant. It's
it is-
relevant
it
right
is.
now.
It is very relevant because also last Thursday, I don't know how many out there follow news in Britain or the UK, but don't worry, you can get it here with us. You can get it here with me. Liz Truss, who was the prime minister, who interestingly enough was a prime minister who got to meet one monarch, and like a couple of days later had to meet another monarch because of the death of Queen Elizabeth and the ascension of King Charles. So Liz Truss, but she announced her resignation on Thursday after serving over only 45 days, and she is the shortest serving prime minister in the history of the United Kingdom. What really happened was she had big ambitions, and she went in there and she wanted to change the whole economic structure, and she had this big tax plan that she thought was going to do well, and it trashed. So they booted her. And
Don't you have to give time to those kind of things?
Yeah, but she destroyed the market and the
Well, we've had that happen here several times.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have.
Why can't we boot our prime minister at some point?
What can you do? What
It's none
can
of
you
my
do?
business. We don't get political.
We don't. We know.
It's not political.
We don't.
It's not a political statement.
Yeah,
It's
we do
just-
not support any political party
No.
on this show.
No, I sure do not support any political party.
But let's move on. Let's not give a lot of time to that conversation. Rishi Sunak is going to be the new prime minister of the United Kingdom. He was announced today that he will be the next prime minister, and he's the first person of color to hold that office. And he'll be the youngest prime minister in over 200 years. He's going to be 42 years old.
Well, that's probably a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Somebody that'll actually live to see what their thing does.
Exactly,
what their plan
exactly.
does, how it performs.
All right, let's move on to. You know, I gotta keep you. I gotta keep
Sorry.
you. I gotta keep.
I'm just saying.
Zipped.
I mean, I'm not. You know,
Yeah, they need some young blood. It's true. It's true. I mean,
it
you
would
know.
help here too.
It would. It would. You can't have the king and the prime minister both die in the next 20 years.
Yeah, girl, because the one that was there already done quit.
Yeah. If you thought it was cold last week,
Don't tell me this.
if you thought it was cold last week, you are not imagining it was cold. It was colder than
I was
Chicago.
freezing.
Yes, it was colder than Chicago in North Carolina. We had some cold that slammed the southeast, and North Carolina, once again, had colder temps than
Well,
Chicago.
apparently I don't
Yeah,
like Chicago
so-
because I did not enjoy any of that.
Well, it's okay. If we can leave this map up for just a quick second while we talk through this. As you can tell, help me out here, Shannon, but as you can see, you know, Raleigh area,
Raleigh was 35.
Asheboro, up in Martinsville, 28 degrees.
Not a fan.
And over
That's
in
Virginia,
Sugar,
Martinsville,
over,
Virginia.
Yeah, over in Sugar Mountain, 26 degrees.
No,
Crazy.
Don't like that.
It was crazy.
Not a fan.
But can you believe that we had lower temperatures than Chicago?
Can you believe? No.
Hey,
I can't believe because I was.
you were
my
dying.
teeth were chattering. I'm not a cold weather person.
Well, the reason is that
You know this. You
I do
know
know
that
this.
I
I do
am
know
not a
this.
cold weather person.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
Find me inside.
even though you were born in the winter,
the blankets.
and you're pretty,
And it was snowing like
pretty-
the day that I was
yeah.
born.
pretty
March,
cold person.
March
Yeah.
6th, right? So it was snowing, freezing cold the day that I was born, and you know, my mom was like, "Oh yeah, this is gonna make so much sense. She's gonna let it snow." No, I don't. I
Right.
don't care if I see another snowflake.
Yeah, like she
Okay.
had any
Right.
like she had any control
Yeah.
over when you were coming. But anyway,
Make sure
the-
my baby's a Pisces.
exactly. But the reason why we got a lot of that cold weather is because there was a cold front that came down from the north, from over states like Iowa and Minnesota, came over, hit the southeast, you know, racked us, had us shaking in our boots. And then it left us, you know, after that Thursday, and it went down to the Florida Peninsula, actually.
And now all of the trees are turning. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, I
all
have
of the
noticed
trees
that.
are turning. It's gonna start falling.
It's gonna start falling?
Leaves are
No
gonna
pun
start
intended?
falling. So, absolutely pun
Yeah,
intended.
pun intended. Pun intended.
But
We-
then it's gonna be all the trees are gonna be bare, ugly, sad,
Not yet.
outside,
not yet. Hopefully
and
not
cold.
yet. Not yet.
But it's pretty right now.
Yeah, it is pretty right now. The Piedmont Triad International Airport recorded a temperature of 31 degrees, while in Chicago, the Chicago O'Hare Airport recorded 33 degrees.
Well, and now we're getting a warm front.
Yeah, exactly.
So
It's
today-
crazy. It's
today
like
was
up
what-
and down. Up
I think our high today was close to 80.
Yeah, right.
I
That's
mean,
right, yeah.
and the nighttime is gonna be cold again.
It's crazy.
I'm over it.
It's ridiculous.
I'm over
And in the
it.
morning it's gonna be cold too. Cause I go out.
Don't.
I go out all the
Don't
time
tell
and it's
me
cold.
this.
But like I said, good news. Just like Shannon stated, we are expected to be back in the 60s and up moving forward. So hopefully we're looking good. Let's move on to our last topic here. I have a question, Shannon. Are you a mosquito magnet?
They tear me to pieces. Look at that nasty thing.
I know it's disgusting.
They tear me to pieces.
Is that the the
Uh-huh.
body? Is that the blood?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yep. It's disgusting, isn't it? Do you know that it wouldn't impact the environment at all if all of the mosquitoes in the world died?
Died? Well,
It would have no effect.
no effect.
No effect. No effect.
I want to see that.
I mean, in my world, it wouldn't have any effect.
Yeah. Oh.
I
see.
don't know if that's like a true
I see.
scientific
Well,
fact.
down in good old Coleraine, North Carolina, where I'm from, we have a lot of mosquitoes.
Have you ever had
And
Bailey gnats?
and I don't like gnats either. They're the most annoying little insect ever to be made.
These are terrible.
But
though.
down where I'm from,
Yeah.
we live on our land. We live right there where the trees are. And so there's so
a
many
breeding ground.
There's
That's
so
a breeding
many
ground for
trees
you.
and it's like a little swamp area.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
the worst. You
You
want to have
got, like,
cookouts and barbecue.
A flat out breeding ground is what you got.
I mean, you gotta buy an emergency supply of off.
I know.
mean,
It's
just
that's
it's ridiculous. But if you want to know what it is, sometimes down, at least where I come from, we say things like you got sweet blood.
Yeah, I got sweet
That is
blood.
true.
Do you have
It's
sweet
a true
blood?
thing. I have sweet blood.
I do too.
That's
they
a
are
true
all
thing.
over me.
It's a new study showed that you probably attract mosquitoes based off of the way you smell. And at first I was wondering, does that mean like people that stink, or
There's people that smell good.
Or
It
people
might
that
be
smell
in your
good. It
cologne.
could be.
Sweet in your cologne.
it says researchers found that people who are most attractive to mosquitoes produce a lot of certain chemicals on their skin that are tied to smell. And it says that they did an experiment. It was fascinating. They had about 64 volunteers to wear nylon stockings around their forearms to pick up their skin smells. And then the stockings were put into separate traps. And at the end of a long tube, there were dozens of mosquitoes that were released. And so that was...
They were attracted to certain ones.
Right, exactly.
That's disgusting.
And they would be able, and a spokesperson with that study said that they would basically swarm to the most attractive subjects, and after that, it became very obvious right away that there's definitely a connection between the way you smell and mosquitoes being attracted to
I would
you.
just like to know the reason.
Well,
What was the reason?
Well, here's the thing. Overall, there's nothing you can do because the greasy molecules, as they call it, are a part of the skin's natural moisturizing layer. And people
Right.
just produce different amounts. And that's just it. So basically, if you're a mosquito magnet, you will always be a mosquito magnet.
I do have a little secret that I've been using though. If I can give a shout out to one of our local vendors of goat's milk soaps and lotions. Francie Farms makes a balm, and Twin Oaks Farms both make a balm that you can put on your skin, and it stays. It's not like off, so you can put it on you. It's non-toxic. Everything's totally natural, and
Nice.
it works.
Good.
It works. It really does.
Well, you need to go on down there and get you something, get you a
Yeah.
balm, and hope it works.
It does. It
So
really does.
let's get out of here, and we'll be right back, and we'll talk about some local events we have and national holidays.
Caheen Auditorium 2022-23 Performance Series is back. North Carolina Symphony Holiday Pops and A Christmas Carol. Coming in 2023, the Zuzu African Acrobats. And yes, you heard right, the Rat Pack one more time. The Kings of Las Vegas Swing. And wrapping up the season, To Kill a Mockingbird, Matilda the Musical, and Rashomon. Season tickets on sale now. Don't miss out. Get your season tickets today.
Why buy from Don Bullock Chevrolet? What we do it better for you, like the Lifetime Care Promise. Just drive into our service department and we'll top off your fluids and oil and check your tire pressure, all while you remain in your car. And in less than 5 minutes. Plus, it's free. Don Bullock Chevrolet is a full-service dealership with service, parts, and collision department. Let our knowledgeable and friendly staff help you. On-site, third-generation owned and operated for 105 years. Don Bullock Chevrolet.
Welcome back. We always like to give you some local events that we hope you'll go out to and enjoy. Wave Church.
Wave Church. They're having trunk or treat on this Sunday, October 30th from 12 to 2 p.m. There'll be food trucks, inflatables, hay rides,
All the
pumpkin
normal things.
chunkin',
All the normal
and
things.
all the candy you can eat.
All of the candy you can eat. So if you have little ones, go out there and get their rotten teeth
Yeah.
and go get you some candy.
5334 Lamb Road, Wilson, North Carolina. If you want to help pass out candy or register a trunk,
Which you
visit
should.
their website, wavechurch.com/Wilson. Sign up there.
Good. The annual Oyster Roast is coming back. It's an annual event that the Rocky Mountain Chamber of Commerce put on. It's going to be this Thursday, October 27th from 5:30 to 9 p.m. and it's going to be held at Rocky Mountain Mills. If you come out there, you'll probably see me at registration. So I'll be there. I'll see you there.
Yep. Barton College, Wilson, North Carolina is having their Bulldog Bash. So homecoming is happening this Saturday.
This Saturday.
But Friday, there's a Bulldog Bash at the Whirligig Park. There's going to be food trucks, brews from the local brewery. What else? Chairman of the board.
They're going to be performing.
Music, vendors,
And
everything.
a good old, I hope we see Dr. Cersei there, who is the good old president. He'll be there, and he'll probably be in his Bulldog blue.
He probably will.
And you'll get to see him and have a good time out there.
Yep, absolutely. It's going to be a
So
good time.
we didn't get to this, but a trend of the week is film is not dead. So if you think out there that film is dead,
Think
you're
again.
wrong. Think again.
Think
and we're
again.
talking about those vintage cameras.
Everything vintage is coming back. So the vintage cameras are a really interesting thing because I know two people right now that are kind of obsessed with them.
Yeah.
And they actually take really interesting photos with those. Because the process, I think really the art behind it is the process of developing the
Yep.
pictures.
And that's what people really like. That's why it's coming back into
Yeah.
trend because
And-
people are liking the whole developmental process.
I mean, I can totally see where it's
I think
really
it's pretty cool.
interesting.
Interestingly enough, there's a place called Total Cameras in Long Beach, California. The manager there said that sales for the cameras have tripled and the demand for vintage cameras have skyrocketed. They retail at $2.99 today. 3 years ago, you could probably get it for $1.60. So
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
Very interesting.
Let's try to get to some national days and holidays, and I think they're going to kick us out of here.
So I think the most important national holiday is today. It's National Bologna Day.
Oh, is it?
But we also have International Artist Day is tomorrow, and we have on Wednesday Austrian National Day. Keep up with our Austrian folks. It's also National Mule Day on Wednesday and National Pumpkin Day. along
We
with
love the
National
pumpkins. We love the pumpkins.
Tennessee Day.
Yeah.
So you know I love Tennessee.
Yeah.
I love going there. I go every chance I get.
Yeah, I
Been
know.
2 times this year. Loved it. Loved every bit of it.
And George Strait, if you got friends out there, that just reminds me, if you got friends out there, George Strait is going on a tour for 6 nights only, 6 shows only. One of
gonna
the
be
more
great.
the closer ones that maybe to us is probably Nashville, Tennessee,
Yeah.
and I think the Palm Beach area in Florida. So if you like George Strait, you better go on out there and get you some. And to end it up, have a good night.
Have a good night.
Enjoy yourself. We'll see you next week at 6 o'clock. This is Clear Cut with Shannon and KJ.